Hey fellas, welcome back to 6:30 Games. The time now is 7:19. I started recording at about 7, so just slightly after 6:30. Just to show I'm not dodging a win streak loss, you can see that I'm playing the A10 today. The loss here is quite interesting. This guy completely entered my game. You can watch his match history. And it's quite funny. It tells a story. Today he got into a game. Did 9-2 and lost. And watch that. So that was 57 minutes ago on priority target, right? So watch this. Are you ready for this? He just decides on every game afterwards to start inting it. What a lovely human being he is, huh? So I'm gonna avoid the queue for just like a minute. I hope you can understand. If he shows up in my win streak game, we're not gonna make it. So yeah, so I'll just be chatting for a while. Now I could be cutting over to when the game starts, but you know, I'll just communicate some information while there's time here. So I posted a channel updates video, so if you like, you can go check it out. I don't know why it has much less views than typical videos. I think it's not recommended. Or not recommended to people's YouTube pages, right? They have to open the channel to find out. So yes, there is a channel update video about my plans with the channel. You can go check it out. And that's all I needed to say. I'll cut back to when the game begins. See you in a bit. Okay, so the match time was about 20 seconds. Let's see who we're up against. It's going to be a 3v3. Enemy team is... Yep. Okay. It's not bad. But not a bad team composition to deal with. Though Vietnam squad is... the Vietnam Star squad do have pretty good players. Okay. Before the game starts, you can watch your bots pathing, because remember, bots can see enemies through walls. So if you see the MiG-23 fly towards this direction, it means either a player is going for the flank or something else entirely. And, you know, I was correct. As you saw, there was some guy that killed my bot over there. The MiG-29 can chase me all it wants, but it doesn't have the same turn rate as me, and most importantly, it doesn't have the same, how do you say, turn circle as me. Whoa, okay. 5-1 is not bad. I'm gonna start firing early so I can get a hit on the MiG-29. The MiG-29 is too low. I'm gonna make a turnaround for the Mirage, but I mean, you can see how low the roll rate is. But just remember, the A10 has surprisingly high spread on its gun, so if you just kind of like pepper at the general direction, you can still get kills. So don't let go of the gun ever, just start firing. I mentioned it in the extra section, I'll mention it again in case people don't watch the extra section. If you aim about 1/3 away from the rocket reticle, then actually that's where the gun reticle should be in typical circumstances. So you can just check that out. I think the Mirage is coming. Do some chip damage. He's one missile away from dying. Watch the F1 once again. Watch this, 2/3 from the... Yeah, see? Just pepper in the general direction and then they'll die. 2/3 from the rocket reticle is the magic distance. So always keep that in mind. See if the ATV shows up here. Okay. Pretty good. I'm gonna try and play a bit back, if that's the way to say it. Rev up the guns early. They tried contesting an A10 from the front. That's stupid. Rev the gun early. I'm pretty sure the F1 is flying around here. No, he flew above. He's gonna make one circle. I think he's still above. I'm gonna push down. I'm gonna try and catch him. As such. The ADV is coming around here. I'm just going to get a free kill. The F1 has ability right now, so we're not gonna do much. Turn around. F1, remember. Guy crashed into the wall. Okay, yeah, sure. But yeah, as you can see, even though the gun reticle doesn't show up, just aim 1/3 away from the enemy plane, between the enemy plane and the rocket reticle, and you should be able to get some random hits here and there. 11-0 is not bad. And yeah, I'll be cutting over to the extra section right about now. And welcome to the extra section. The time now is 7:06, so you know, just a little bit later than 6:30. But I couldn't make it back in time. Had some stuff to do. Anyways, today I guess let's go play the A10. Have I played the A10 on camera before? I'm not so sure. But yeah, we're playing it anyways. And as usual, I'll come back to when the game begins. See you in a bit. Okay, so the match time was about 1 minute, so it should be a real player. Just one? Or is this two? No, it's just one real player. Okay. They lost. What do I mean by they lost? I'm playing an attack plane into 4 bots. I physically cannot lose this. If I do lose this, I'm going to shut down the YouTube channel. On the A10, what should you do in the A10? Well, its gun does a lot of damage, but it takes a while for it to rev up. So, you have to predict when engagements start. If they happen, and your gun is not revved up, then you're kind of helpless. You're not gonna do any damage. I need to watch out for the F5, he's up here somewhere. And a useful thing to remember on the A10 is that if the enemy is out of range, you can still technically get a sort of reference on the gun reticle. And that reticle, I will explain it to you. It's about 2/3 from the rocket reticle. So if you can see the rocket reticle, which is usually longer than your gun reticle, right? Just try and aim 2/3 in between, and you should be able to start firing. So start aiming there, and you can see I did some early chip damage before he got close enough. So for the A10, if you see enemies in rocket range but not, well, gun range, you can just start firing at the reticle first. So start aiming at about 2/3, and you see I'm already doing damage. Yep, pretty good. See this guy, aim 2/3, and you can see I'm doing some chip damage. I can kill him right there. The reason why I said this guy lost while I'm in the attack plane is because, well, simply bots are stupid and they don't know how to play around an attack plane. So all you can do is just, you know, run into them face first. And remember, once again, I'll say it again for people that are new to the videos, bots can only do one thing at a time. So they can't look at an A10 and go, holy shit, it's an A10, I'm gonna change what I'm doing. No. If the bot is chasing, if the enemy bot is chasing a teammate bot, it cannot just decide halfway that that's not how it's gonna go. So once again, aim 2/3, and you see I managed to get some hits on the F5. Yep. Oh, not 2/3, 1/3, my bad. There's nothing this guy could have done. It's just unfortunate for him. Unless he was playing something like the ADV, then he might have a chance of winning. You see? That was the best example over there. I was aiming about 1/3 away from the rocket reticle, and I could just shoot him without any gun reticle. So yeah, you know, it's... I mean, this game I can't show you any about like team positionings, but it's more of A10 mechanics. So if you see that rocket reticle, just aim 1/3 from the plane, and you can just start firing. And remember to always fire early so that you can get the maximum damage out of your gun. Nine to 9, there's nothing he can do. Goodbye. So yeah, that's a great way to introduce the sort of A10 tricks. It is what it is. Don't even think that this is something to be proud of. 14-0 against bots is an absolutely nothing burger. Alright, I'll cut over to the next game. See you in a bit. I forgot to do the intro to the game there. The match time was about 1 minute. I can see it's a 2v2. So once again, I'm fighting against 3 bots and we win the game. Sorry for the cough. Oh, why? Oh, he's given up. I have an Inter on my team. Come on, let's see it again. Wow, spectacular. His form is impeccable. That's the best inting form I've ever seen in my life. Now, how do people just go into a video game and decide, you know, I'm not gonna play video games today? Does it make sense? Of course it doesn't make sense. But yeah, they just do. Let's see it again, brother. Look at him. Inting dog. Report player for harassment. Because this game doesn't have an anti-inting feature for some reason. Which is, you know, spectacular. Bots can only do one thing at a time, so that F4 will probably just go all the way there. What a nice game, huh? So that guy, the F5 can't chase me. The reason why is because my circle is too small. I mean, I'll just go for that, but I mean, what am I supposed to really show off here, right? The guy has just decided to just not play the game. Where is he? Look at him. So cute. Ten out of 10. Thanks, Metal Storm. What can we do, huh? Nothing we can do. Once again, I don't understand, man. People open a game and decide that they're not even gonna play the game. Yeah, great. At least I got an MVP, so the trophy loss isn't too severe. And that's it for the extra section. That's a bit unfortunate. Hopefully I don't see this fucker on my team in the Winstreak game. And yeah, thanks for watching to the end of the video. I'll be seeing you in the next one.